Alabama's running backs are taking the blame for the pass protection issues experienced at home during the Oklahoma game. The question is, should they? And can it be fixed before the Iron Bowl or the playoff? Stick around. Let's talk about it. This is Way Offsides. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome into Way Offsides, your favorite Alabama talk here on YouTube. Alabama's pass protection is what's in question today. You are on the docket. We are going to hold you accountable. But is it really the pass protection in terms of the offensive line? Is that what happened against Oklahoma there late in the third and fourth quarter of that game, where Ty Simpson was under constant duress and running for his absolute life? Tell me in the comments below what you think. I'm going to tell you what we think and what we've seen. But while you're there, leaving that comment, leave me a big roll tide too. Tell me where you're watching from. Go ahead and like, subscribe, do all the things. Keeps the channel free. When the channel's free, it's nice. Who doesn't like free, right? Keeps the channel free for you, and it's free to do. So subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you. Let's talk about Alabama, Oklahoma a little bit more. Obviously, Alabama's about to play Eastern Illinois. We all think we know how that one's going to go. But the big question, the big topic of conversation right now is college football playoff. Alabama being at number 10. If they lose the SEC championship game, assuming they make it, do they get left out? We're going to talk about all that live tonight at 8 p.m. on our live show here on YouTube and over on X. So be sure you're there. Set an alarm. Do what you got to do. But really, it doesn't matter, because if Alabama does what they did at home in a week when they go to Jordan-Hare and play a night game against a team who is fighting for bowl eligibility, who does not have a head coach, who is starting someone new, a mobile quarterback at the quarterback position, and someone who the whole definition of success for them as a program is ruining Alabama's shot at a playoff. If Alabama does what it did against Oklahoma in pass protection, they're going to lose that game. They absolutely will. Now, if they're able to buy Ty Simpson some time, he can pick that secondary apart. I do believe there's some flaws back there. However, Auburn's pass rush, just like Oklahoma's, is very, very good. Auburn has a very good overall defense as well, top 10 in the country. They will stuff the run. Alabama will not be able to run the ball in the Iron Bowl, which means they probably won't make the playoff, because surprisingly, that's a metric. If you don't get that joke, go watch the videos on the channel and you soon will. All right. Jim Miller told Katie Wyndham from sportsillustrated.com earlier in the week, he said, our O-line got way better in the Oklahoma game. Running backs, we take the blame for it. We need to do better at pass protection. Just hitting the holes right, reading the O-line, and getting what we can get. He's absolutely right. If you go back and watch, and most of us have done our second or third watch of that game. Some people haven't done a second watch of that game because they can't stand to watch the game. But if you go back, the offensive line actually did a really, really good job. A lot of the pressures, including the strip sack on Ty Simpson, came from running backs. A lot of those strip sacks on Ty Simpson this year have come from running backs, either whiffing blocks, missing assignments, or just getting run the hell over. If it is not Wilcom Formby, it is Jam Miller getting run absolutely, just getting mowed down. That showed up in this game. Big time. Now, we know the running backs aren't hitting holes. We know that there's a couple of pictures out there, a couple of stills you can go look at. I've shared a few of them on X. Where Jam Miller's running one way and there's nothing but Greenfield the other. That's been every game. It's not going to get better at this point. Alabama's not going to magically be able to run the ball. We keep saying that. Even though Daniel Hill, on the other hand, had some success on the ground against Oklahoma. Not a lot, because Alabama kept pulling him out and giving Jam Miller the bulk of carries. But either way, that's a Another video for another day. However, the running backs are not doing well in pass protection. And with Alabama's inability to run, they absolutely need them to. They have to be able to do one or the other. We've seen what Ty Simpson can do if he sits back there with a clean pocket or a pocket that gives him an extra couple of seconds. We've seen what he can do. He is lethal. He can shred a defense apart. A lot of people are talking about Ty Simpson regressing. It's not Ty Simpson. He's had a couple of overthrows here and there. Yeah, sure. That's going to happen to a quarterback. It happens to the best quarterbacks at the next level. But ultimately, Ty Simpson is feeling a lot of pressure. That pressure being figurative and literal. Figurative meaning that Ty Simpson is carrying this offense on his shoulders. The literal side being that he's operating under extreme duress most of the time, and the running backs are absolutely to blame for some of this. Now, we have picked apart this offensive line, especially the right side, all season, just like everybody else has, but they really played well. They played winnable football in this game. Alabama overall, despite all of their mistakes, minus the turnovers, played winnable football in this game. Now, the big problem I see is that teams are clamping down on Alabama in the second half. Alabama doesn't score well in the second half. Again, this is why Alabama can't close anybody out. Why is that happening? Well, because the offense is one-dimensional. That's probably why, right? Because we can't run the football. Now, do I expect Alabama to be able to make a deep playoff run? Probably not, honestly. Or I don't have confidence in it right now because you need a balanced offense, and Alabama does not have that. Unless Ryan Grubb figures out a creative way to get maybe to supplement the run game. I mean, it felt like they were doing a good job of it in the middle of the season, and it was keeping people on their toes, but they've gotten away from it. And a lot of what they're having to do to supplement a run game is gimmicky, right? But Alabama's biggest problem is the fact that they can't put anybody away. And when teams capitalize on a mistake or two here or there that everybody else makes in games, it closes the margin for error because they're one-dimensional, because the Tide is one-dimensional, right? Alabama doesn't turn the ball over. They did 3 times in the Oklahoma game, and give Oklahoma's defense a ton of credit. Give Brent Venables a ton of credit. But that's uncharacteristic for them. That's one thing you can say about this Alabama team all season. They have not turned the ball over. Well, even in a game where the O-line got better, they still couldn't protect Ty Simpson. That's scary because Alabama's going to play Auburn, who has a very good defensive line, a very good pass rush. If they get through the Iron Bowl, they're likely going to play Texas A&M. They could play Georgia again. Georgia doesn't have a lethal pass rush. But they're likely going to play Texas A&M, who also has a very good pass rush. Alabama's in a position where if they don't pass the quote unquote eye test in an SEC championship game, in a close loss, they may get left out. We'll come back to this segment of the video down the road and see. But the running backs are heavily to blame for the pass protection issues in Oklahoma game. They have been for a lot of pass protection issues. We just haven't really talked about it because we haven't needed to. South Carolina, the running backs were to blame for a lot of that. LSU, same thing. That's who's regressing. Not that they've progressed much anyway, but yeah. So, assuming Jam Miller, a leader on this team, can motivate these kids to kind of come out and get this stuff fixed, at least the fundamental stuff, I do expect Alabama to be able to win the Iron Bowl. I expect them to be competitive in the SEC championship game, but that's a big what if at this point in the season where it seems like this team has to lose to get it. It's frustrating. Tell me in the comment section below, what do you think? Have you seen anything from the running backs that's promising? Do you think Daniel Hill should be that primary guy over Jam Miller moving forward. And keep in mind, we're talking about everything here, all the responsibilities, not just running the football. I want to hear from you. Join us live tonight, 8 p.m. Central Time. And as always, say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too. Roll Tide.